Welcome, folks, to the program All About Cars. My name is Ralph Medeiros. I own and operate Ralph's Auto Center, located on Church Street, 867 Church Street in the north end of New Bedford. We're just off exit 5 off of Route 140. Very easy to get to, not a traffic light or a stop sign. And today we're open. We're open today from 10 to 4. Andrew's in the showroom, and David. Good day to go by and look at cars. Nice, bright, sunny day. And you just heard Duke of Earl. We got some guests in front of us here. Why don't you say hi there, Joe? Oh.
Hi there.
Hey, Joe Jesus
is here. In a while.
I know it. We got Joe Jesus. That's why we played the Duke of Earl. We've got Bob Branwell here. And these boys, Bobby, speak up there.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. You sound excited.
Well, I got a busy weekend. My wife left me with 7 Boston Terriers in Westport, so I was jumping through you-know-what to get down here today. But I'm happy to be here.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
That's 7 Boston Terriers and 1 hound dog.
Yeah. It's like Billy there with all his dogs he's got. We got Billy on the line. Billy, can we bring Billy into this? We got Billy, you online with us?
I'm online.
Oh, good. You heard the boys here, right? Billy couldn't make it because Billy's he's got to set up for a little function he's got going on today, right, Billy?
You got it. Yep, that's right.
So otherwise you'd be down here.
Yep.
And but you got to keep your guests happy and prepare it. You and your little gal there getting everything ready, I'm sure, right?
Oh, we're all ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
just waiting for Maryland to come over, that's all.
Oh, okay. Now, we've got Joe here. Joe, you got your summer program coming up. It's a couple months off.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I know you and Bob and the committee have been working very hard to try to put this together.
Yeah.
Coming up, you want to expound on that, the dates and the places you guys can go, and we'll talk about this a little bit for the car show coming up in downtown New Bedford?
Sure, we're doing it on July 21st. It's always the third Thursday in July. And basically we keep...
Billy.
Yeah.
Can you turn your radio down?
Okay.
We're getting feedback here.
Yeah.
Give me a second. He's got all kinds of radios in his house, so I don't know which one. I don't know what radio you had on. Maybe you had them all on. I don't know. All right. Well, now we can hear you, and you can hear us probably easier.
Yeah.
All right.
Man. All right.
We do it. It's always the third Thursday in July. And the reason for this, we picked a Thursday. We're going back. I think it's about 26 years ago. Because when we do our flyers is the same thing, never changes. The only thing that changes on the flyer is the date and the bands, if we have a change of bands. But we did this about 1990, I think. My daughter had passed away, and her girlfriend had made the flyer for me because I owned a peanut shop. And then it was so fantastic to show the Peanut Man on the corner with the cars. And we just kept the thing forever. So it's about 26 years now.
Wow.
We basically keep the same bands going if we can, as long as we can. The show is supposed to be 5 to 9. Cars start coming in at 12 o'clock. Everybody wants a certain parking place, and as they come in, we park them as they come in. We can't hold spaces because it's too much to try to do. Monies go to Mercy Meals and Salvation Army. So in last year we started charging $5 a car. In reason being, if you go to Mercy Meals, the Pilgrim Church downtown on School Street, you can't believe they feed between 125 and 150 people a morning, and this is between 6 and 8, I think. So for people to get up that early, and this is not just homeless people. It's a good many people that are coming down there. So we look forward to sending, all our monies over to them. Checks are written directly to Mercy Meals or Neediest Family Fund. And we keep everything going. We have Bobby's car club, because his car club down there, and Bobby lines up all of his cars. We have Johnny Angel, the downshifters, they bring theirs. Johnny Angel is on the corner playing music on Pleasant Street. And we have Absolute. Absolute is between Star Store and the Old Bank. And we have Bobby on Cushion Avenue.
What's Absolute, Joe? I'm sorry.
Absolute is the band.
It's the band that's there?
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it used to be with George Oliveira.
Oh, okay.
Alan Duart and those guys.
Yep, okay.
And then Bobby. And then on the other corner we have this guy called Taylor Cormier. You may have heard of him.
Oh, yeah.
So Taylor, this is about the third year Taylor's been with us. And in St. Anne's Credit Union, we have another band, Daddy-O. And up on Purchase Street, we have the other one, Jazzy Lady. So we have music all over the place. Cars coming in, we have our vendors there. And our vendors come in, we have them set up by 3 o'clock because we try to shut the road down at 3 o'clock just so we can now just have the cars and whatever people are getting out of work will travel the street. Everything else is blocked off. But it's all about music, cars, and people. And when you go down to an event, you'll see people you haven't seen in years. I don't mean 5 years or 10 years. I'm talking back in high school days and back in days when you were in the neighborhood. And you know, it was totally incredible because back in the 50s, and Bobby and I were talking about it before, and whenever we start talking about downtown, you start reminiscing.
Yeah, reminiscing.
About
all right.
Go ahead, Billy.
Yeah.
Ralphie.
Yeah.
You ready for a question today?
Go ahead. You want to hit us?
You got the heavy hitters there. See if I can pick it up.
Yeah, I got a team with me today.
Yeah, you got a team. Gang up on me.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's start. Who made the first four-wheel drive truck? Now, let me explain. This company was making bicycles first, and it was called Rambler. But what company was that made the four-wheel drive?
Nash?
No.
Willie's. Yeah.
No.
No, that made. All right, wait a minute. Billy's got to be. You got to be cagey with Billy. So.
The company made bicycles, right?
Yep.
And they got into the car business. And the first, they called it Rambler. Before then, Nash bought it and called it Nash. But in between them, this company made four-wheel drive trucks.
The only bike company I can think of that was big was Schwinn, but I don't remember them making any cars or trucks.
No.
Well, I don't think Studebaker made horse and buggies, and they went into cars.
Yeah.
Not Kaiser.
No.
What time period? 30s?
No, this is back of the ways.
20s?
I told you they made bicycles, then they went into the cars, so that should give you a hint, right?
Yeah. Well, I know Studebaker went from horse and buggies to cars.
Yeah.
You're not talking
about
Hudson.
Four-wheel drive trucks. We make them now, but this is way back when.
Not Hudson.
Nope.
Wow. So you really
I'll tell you, you really go back a long way, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Must be old enough.
No,
were you
nothing. So
were you a little boy, Billy? You were a little boy at the time?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to tell you.
Before they had headlights, they had kerosene lamps on the cars.
Billy used to light the
Yeah,
candles.
they used to like the kerosene lamps on the cars.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. It used to be the Jeffrey Company.
The Jeffrey
Then they went into making cars, and they made four-wheel drive trucks.
And then they got bought out by Rambler?
No, that was a Rambler name. They called Rambler when they first went into business.
Oh. Okay.
And then when Nash left GM, he made his own company, Nash. Then the name went to Nash Motors.
Okay. So that was like when well, yeah, but that was much later, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit later, right? But well, you should have picked it up. They made bicycles. This company.
Yeah, that company's name again was
Jeffrey
what?
Brothers. Used to be Jeffrey's Bicycle Company.
Yeah,
and
well,
then,
I don't remember Jeffries. I remember Columbia.
Okay, Billy.
I remember Schwinn, and I remember Race Union. What was it called? Race, the English bike. Royal, not the Rolls Royce. Race Union. What the hell was it called? I can't remember. It was a bike in an English racer.
What are you talking about? Where was the Nash Rambler dealer?
He's asking you where the Nash Rambler dealer was in New Bedford.
Where?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carter's and Elm Street.
Where?
Carter's and Elm.
You were smart, Billy. I'll tell you.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It's a post office garage now, isn't it? Or was at one time.
I don't know what it is. Ask Billy. I mean,
No, that's kind of like a daycare center in there.
Yeah, daycare.
Yeah.
Well, we need plenty of that these days.
We do, yeah.
Billy, I thought you were going to hit us with a blues question. You know more about the blues.
All about cars.
This is Bob Bramwell you're talking to.
Yeah, I know his voice.
He's been tutoring me on the original Blues Boys.
Oh, okay.
We think Elvis recorded everything. He didn't. He stole it off the original black blues players. And, of course, Billy. We nicknamed him Billy Blues because he knows them all.
There you go, Billy.
Yeah.
So, Billy, you going to come with me down there to the night in downtown New Bedford?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Joe Jesus' 50s night downtown?
Yeah. Hey, Joe Jesus.
Yes.
Where was Plymouth DeSoto? Where was their garage?
Plymouth DeSoto. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No. There was a couple up. Oh, wait a minute. Were they the ones who were on Linden Street and Purchase?
No.
All right. There was one there.
Wait a minute now. Linden and Purchase, right?
Yeah.
What car dealer was there?
That's what I thought it was DeSoto.
No.
Well, Plymouth
Ford.
was up on...
Was it Ford?
No. Ford was further down. Chevrolet was up on...
well, Linden Motors was over near Linden Street.
Linden Motors, but I'm trying to think of what... yeah, that's Billy's time.
Yeah.
Hudson, remember? Max Fox, Hudson.
Who was it?
Hudson.
You know what? We talked about the Hudson. If you look back now, one of the nicest cars that was ever built was the Hudson Jet. Remember the Jet?
Yes, the Jet.
A mid-sized car, and if you look at all of the cars today, what are they? Mostly all mid-sized.
Yeah.
Because the regular Hudsons and Plymouths and Cadillacs were all huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that little Hudson Jet, that's what I would love to see at our 50s night. I'd like to see a Hudson Jet, a Henry J., a Nash Rambler.
All right, where is Henry J. located? Their dealership.
Did you? I don't recall because I was too young for that.
Yeah, bullshit, dude. I can't say that in the air, but all right.
No, you just did.
Well, do you know where the Cumberland Farms is up here in Rockville Avenue and Kempton Street?
Yeah.
You're right there.
Right in that corner?
Yes, it used to be Henry J.
Well, they had the Plymouth Chrysler up there, too.
Yeah, that was up further.
On Mill Street.
Yeah.
That was Howard Motors.
And George O'Hara was up
and
there.
Coastal.
Yep,
Coastal Chrysler Plymouth.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a caller here.
How about Fernand DeSoto, where?
Where was the DeSoto? It wasn't on Purchase Street?
No. It was in the West End. I'm going to help you out. It's in the West End.
In the West End?
Yeah.
Don't tell me it was where Ralph was.
No.
All right.
No.
Good. Where is it, Billy?
It was on Union Street.
Oh, it was. I was thinking the Lincoln Mercury. You're right. Lincoln Mercury was there. Yeah.
Lincoln Mercury was on Union Street.
Yeah.
That's where DeSoto was before.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
that was Royal Lincoln Mercury.
Yeah, Joe Andrews took that. Well,
yeah, he took it. Well, he moved it.
He moved it over. Yeah.
He moved over to Mill Street here.
Hey, we got a caller here. Hold on a minute, guys.
All right, I got to go, Ralph. I got people coming.
All right, Billy.
See you later.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Yeah, bye. All right. I got to see. Okay, we've got a very good afternoon to you, caller.
Yes, hello. I'm sorry Billy just left the phone. I was going to stump him for once. He's always stumping everybody. I was going to ask him who was a top mechanic at the Nash Rambler place on Elman Cottage in those days.
Oh.
I don't know if he would remember that, but I was going to get him for once.
Oh,
that would have been good. I wish you would have got him.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I would have got him.
Yeah,
This guy was a terrific guy. My dad used to love the guy.
Yeah.
Fixing his 51 Ford all the time.
Yeah, Billy's always he's always sniping at me. So
I wanted to get him.
Did you? Good.
I don't think he'd remember that.
Well, there's some people who support Billy against me, and there's some people trying to defend me against Billy. So it's like a war. You know?
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Pleasant afternoon.
Yeah. Thanks for the call. You can ring us up here too if you'd like to get into the conversation, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you.
We got a guy in the car club, Ralph. He's going to turn 100 years old next month. May 19th, and we're having a big celebration for him at the East Freetown VFW tomorrow. So if there's any hot rodders out there, almost everyone is coming to this that belongs to a car club, but it's open to any legit car guy that wants to meet probably the oldest guy in the country. He's still driving. It's Fast Eddie Bulle. and he's going to be 100. So I hope he's not listening because it's a surprise party. But, I tell you what, he's going to answer Billy's questions.
Yeah, so he's going to be 100. God bless him. And he still drives.
Absolutely, and
that's good.
And you know, when I first met him, it's kind of disrespectful. I'm only 68 years old, so to call him Fast Eddie, I had to kind of get his permission. I'm from the old school, but he likes it and he drives fast. I'm going to tell you, and he's right there. His hearing is a little, from childhood, by the way, is a little off, but his eyesight, his reflexes, still working on cars, pulling out motors.
God bless him.
He just cut 2 Monte Carlo Super Sports in half. One was smashed in the front, one was smashed in the back, and they grafted them together. His son welded it. It's down a big wheel now being painted. So he's the real deal, I tell you.
Wow,
this guy is an amazing man.
These are the people who built our country. He's a walking encyclopedia.
He really is.
And see, I love talking to folks. You know, I don't talk to many people in the late 90s or 100 years old. I can tell you that. I talk to a lot of people in the 80s and in the early 90s, and it's fascinating to talk to them about the past history because I do love history. We have a caller here. Very good afternoon to you, caller. Welcome aboard.
Ralph.
Hi.
It's your buddy.
Hey, Bernie. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for calling.
All right. Hey, listen. I remember the name of the bicycle, the English bike.
Oh, okay.
Because I owned one.
Okay.
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Oh, Raleigh. That's it. Oh.
I couldn't pull the name out of Raleigh. Yeah, they made English races, right?
Yeah, they did.
You were right. You were right about the gearing on it too.
The what?
You mentioned the name that was associated with it.
Yeah.
You were correct.
Yeah.
I can't remember what you said, but it's a Raleigh.
Yeah, they made a Royce,
something or other.
Yeah. So I remember I bought one back in the early 70s.
Raleigh bike, but the big name back then was Columbia and Schwinn.
Yeah, but the English bikes were like the foreign bikes. You know, they were the high end, like the BMW's cars today or Mercedes.
I owned a Raleigh Colt because the thing fit in the back of my MGB GT.
Oh, okay.
So I could take the front wheel off and put it right in there.
So you're all British all the way, eh?
I was, with leather saddle and leather tool bag too. How's that?
Wow, jeez. I remember I bought my bike. You know who the dealer was for those bikes back in the day in New Bedford?
I don't remember.
Tomorrow.
No, Vanders.
Vanders
on Dartmouth Street. Vandals.
Right?
Vandals.
Oh, because
on Dartmouth Street. Oh, maybe Camara sold them too. The British bike. Well, that wasn't the one on Rivet Street.
No, Camara was on Acushnet Avenue back
Thanks,
in the 40s.
Bernie, for calling.
You're welcome. See you later.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Camara's was on
I know Vanders had his little bike shop there, Vandals Bike Shop. And
I remember Vandals.
Yeah, just down from the Gulf Station.
Yeah. Up on, what was it?
Dartmouth
near
Street.
Blue Meadows.
Yeah, before it, yeah.
Right near Blue Meadows on the corner. Then they changed it in. Actually,
it's a hair place now, I think.
Whatchamacallit? It was right next to Capital Motors. What's his name? Ronnie Mora?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right next to Ronnie Mora.
Creeper,
yeah. Ronnie just passed away last year.
The son, yeah.
Both junior and senior, but senior, we lost him last year. Big loss.
Yeah.
Loss. Nice man.
I knew his brother Gabe, too.
Super nice man.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the oldest holders of a used car license, Class 2 in New Bedford.
He probably is.
Capital Motors, that goes way back.
Well, Tony, his father was, you couldn't be his father. His father was like your father and Sam Jamavo.
Yeah.
You know, you want to talk about a good car dealer, used car dealer, these three guys were top of the list. Yeah. You got a good car, you paid a good price, but you got a good car. Now and the backing was there.
This was his father then.
His father.
Yeah.
Well, back then it was all American cars still.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Majority, overwhelming,
Yeah. All the foreign cars were junk, you know. The Toyotas, we were laughing at them, and the Hondas were like roller skates.
Yeah.
Nobody's laughing now.
Nobody's laughing now.
You know what's incredible? Back in the 70s, when I was with Ashley Ford, we had bought, Ashley Ford had bought the Toyota dealership down the Cape, and I was driving back a Toyota Crown.
Yeah, I remember Crown.
Fantastic car.
It was like a squarish kind of car. Yeah.
But totally unbelievable.
Yeah, very nice fit and finish.
Yeah, and they ended up selling it to Sam Jamavo.
Yeah.
And Sam Jamavo's sons ran the dealership where Bobby Burgess is. Kia.
Yeah.
Bobby Mitsubishi, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And the incredible part, they lasted there for about 2 years. Toyotas just didn't sell. No foreign cars really sold. And you look at it today.
Oh, yeah. They're on top of the world. Yeah. Well, we got kind of fat and lazy as a country, and now we're paying the dues, so we have to get back to the...
That's just what it is.
And it's a global industry now.
But, it's amazing how things have changed, because when you look at back in the 40s, 50s, and even 60s, and possibly 70s, everything was big.
Right.
Lincoln, Mercury, and Cadillac were big cars. Oldsmobile, and you name any one of them.
It peaked in the 70s, Joe. Yeah. You're right.
And then,
it peaked out.
It wasn't until Falcon came out.
Yeah.
And then Camaro came out.
The gas shocks were the first.
It wasn't Camaro.
The Pintos and the Vegas, the Chevy Vegas.
And they started popping out.
The first gas shocks is what started to shake people a little bit. And the the oil embargo of 73 was the time that the imports really got a kick in the butt to take off in sales. And people were trading in their Cadillacs for some little tin can because they wanted gas mileage. I mean, gas went from, 25, 30 cents to 50 cents, 55 cents. It was like the end of the world.
Yeah, it was,
It was the end of the world.
But look at the gas lines we had.
Yeah.
Remember? You get to a gas station.
Yeah, it was like every other day, according to your license plate, whether you can buy gas. and waiting in line for gas, that was no fun.
Yeah, it's here we are 40-plus years later, and we've burned trillions of gallons of gas, and we haven't run out.
No.
Now, gas is, they don't know what to do with it all. I mean, you look and you say to yourself, it's all a game.
It is a game.
It's all a game.
It's all about money.
It's all about money. It's all about a game.
Yes, it is.
And I don't know. You just look at it, and now they want to put carbon tax on because, what you they'll have it on people, because you exhale carbon. So.
Well, they were blaming it on there wasn't enough dinosaurs that died, if you recall, when that embargo started. So I guess they must have found some more dinosaurs somewhere.
Yeah.
Remember that? I mean, you talk about a game. Come on.
Yeah.
But I think when you look back at the cars, now, what's going to be really exciting to see when Cuba opens up.
Yeah.
Now look at those cars down there. They're all in immaculate shape, no rust, nothing. Can you imagine the number of people that are going to be going over there to try to buy these cars?
Yeah, but they'll probably. Are you kidding me? They'll have a Politburo meeting before you could export any of those cars, especially to America.
I hope they do.
Yeah, but a lot of those cars have been re-engined. They have Russian diesels in them.
Yeah,
well,
some have boat motors.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. They've kept them, but they've converted them to diesels because diesel's a lot cheaper to run.
Yeah.
And in the workers' paradise, their fuel is quite expensive because now Venezuela, we don't have Comrade Chavez around anymore to help subsidize the workers' paradise over there in Cuba. So now they're looking for a new benefactor. So grudgingly, they've want to open up to the Americanos.
Oh, I guess
and
they
then,
will.
Comrade Obama is more than happy to go over there and try to, open it up a little bit.
Totally unbelievable. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, so
it was a great port. We were there. When I was in the Navy, we stopped there in Havana. It was really
I sailed by that.
Did you have a good time there? They treat you okay?
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it was a hell of a party town back in the day. Yeah. I'm sure Joe.
Behave yourself. You didn't show up patrolling Big Hill.
I was 17. Do you think I behaved myself?
Tried some Cuban cigars, some Cuban rum. Bacardi was still on the island. They didn't throw him off yet. The family wasn't forced out.
When I had the peanut shop, when I had the peanut shop in the 80s and 90s, we had some Cuban cigars. I had a friend that would bring some over.
Did you?
And would sell them, yeah.
I used to have a Marine buddy who was a Marine sniper, and he hated the communists, but he loved the Cuban cigars. So when I go to Canada, I bring him back and say, hey, come on, let's go for a smoke. We go for lunch, and then we'd have a Romeo and Juliet, and they were expensive as all hell.
Big money.
But they taxed them to death,
big
too.
Money, yeah.
And I was in Canada, and I was buying a 5-pack, and I said, well, I hope it gets us across the border. He says, why do that? He said, they'll probably confiscate them if they see you come in. He said, you don't get in trouble. They just take them, and that's it. You're out your money. He said, I got a better idea. Well, I'll mail them to you. I said, you can mail them to me? He says, yeah. I just put jewelry box. And he mailed me it was actually, he got me for more, though. But I bought a box.
A box,
So. And then the sergeant major always enjoyed a good cigar, so we go and I'd have a couple of cigars a year. I'm not a cigar smoker, you know. But they are a good smoke.
Yeah, they were.
They are a good smoke. I mean,
well, you know, you look at back then. Cigars were big, cigars and pipes.
Yeah, back in the day.
I mean, I sold more pipes when I had the peanut shop.
Yeah.
In the smoke shop.
Well, they'll come back after the election, Joe. After this.
Yeah.
When they legalize pot, we can just.
Yeah.
I mean, now they'll just. Well, you can get stoned legally now.
Well, you know, you didn't think about that. You know, you could do that in your pipe.
Yeah.
What are you smoking? I was smoking a pipe. What's in it?
Well, you think they're doing it now because it won't be.
They probably just haven't thought about it. Put a little marijuana.
You just don't get arrested for paraphernalia now. So. I don't know. Sometimes
it backfires, though. If you watch the news last night, the top NFL pick, he dropped way down because they had him on Facebook smoking a bong.
Yeah.
How stupid is that guy? They said he lost about I don't know how many millions.
$10 million bucks.
Wow, 10 million.
Yeah. He went from first place to 13th pick.
It went to 13th?
He was up in a $15 million bracket, and he went down to 13th pick, and it dropped him down to $7 million.
Wow!
Can you? And that was
all because he smoked a bogey on Facebook.
Yeah, he had a mask on with a bong strapped to it, and he looked like.
But you know the sad part of that he claimed that was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, too bad.
But whatever it was, they nailed him.
You're talking that kind of money.
Got him. I'm glad the Patriots didn't get him. They get enough from him. They're picking on Brady, the golden boy. I don't know what they're thinking, man.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know what they're thinking.
We'll be right back. Well, here we are. We're back with the mics on, too. Okay, we got everybody up and running. Joe, I got a question about how many people show up at the Joe Jesus 50s night?
Well, the event starts 5 to 9.
Yep.
People start coming in at noontime with their cars.
Yep.
We get an estimated crowd of 7,000 people, I guess, 8,000 people.
7, yeah, I'd say that's easy, yeah.
Yeah, and the interesting part, or the tough part, is guys are coming in now at 6:30, 6:45, and, you know, we're full. There's just no place to go. Because we start at Pleasant Union, and we go down to Purchase, Christian Avenue, North 2nd, South 2nd, right down to Johnny Cake Hill. All the cars are angled parked so we can get more cars in.
It seems to be creeping. The show is getting bigger. It's spreading out.
Well, this is exactly it. We'll start on Purchase Street, and then Johnny Angel will come in with his guys, and he'll put his crew between between Pleasant and Purchase. And Bobby comes in with his guys, and he'll put his cars between Purchase and the Christian Avenue. And Joe Barkley comes in with his crew, and he puts his cars from Christian Avenue to North 2nd
So how many
Street.
Car clubs show up, Joe?
And then, 1, 2,
What's the
3?
What's the name of name them out?
Well, you got the newest car club is the legendary Street Rods, and they showed up probably 20, 30 cars last year.
Where they out of?
They were just below Joe Barkley. They're out of the area, New Bedford, Dartmouth. And
the name of that club again, Bobby, was what?
Legendary Street Rods. And one of the oldest clubs is the Lost Rebels. They were there last year also. Frankie Gregory and his cousin run the club. But it's funny because when you go to Home Depot in Dartmouth, there used to be a gas station there where the AT&T is and Dunkin' Donuts. This gentleman, Frank Gregory, they were one of the oldest car clubs around when this, by the way, was dying out. Everything was switching to four-wheel drive. You probably remember that. Street rods were on the way out. The Harley Davidsons were on the way out because all the rice burners were coming in from Japan. If you remember that, recall that time. The real hot rodders were still hanging on, and the Lost Rebels, they got the correct name, and they showed up the other night at the Zeiterion. Anytime you want these guys, all I do is pick up the phone. If I get a call from Joe or Johnny, whatever, we're tied in with Foxborough all the way to P-Town. So they're just wonderful guys. But some of these people have been doing it for a long time, and others are just starting out.
Do you see younger people coming in?
Well, what's taking place? Well, most of the guys are older guys.
I know. That's why I'm asking you that. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, but what's coming in, what we're looking for, as I said before, the things we're interested in our show is the music, the cars, and the families, the people.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about, nothing else. So you're going to find that a lot of people are coming in because you can relate to what was taking place. A good case in point. What we were talking about when in the 50s, when we rode up and down Purchase Street. What were we doing?
Yeah.
Our cars were shined, our hair was combed, our pants was pressed, our shoes were shined, our white walls were shiny as can be.
Yeah.
And what were we looking for?
Dames.
All right? Because that was a popular thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it was not.
It was a natural thing.
Right,
You could go down the street.
It was a way to socialize.
Right. They were by Merchants Bank or by Cherry and Webb. So, whichever direction you're going in, and a cop on the corner, I'll never forget him, Roland Toy Fair. I don't know if you remember Roland. Super, super nice guy.
I remember Gillick. Sergeant Gillick was traffic.
Who was it?
Sergeant Gillick. You remember him? Gillick, Larry Gillick's father.
Oh, Larry Gillick,
Yeah, his father.
Yeah.
He was traffic in the New Bedford Police Department. I'm going way back, but yeah.
Well, this is it. In the 50s, that's just what it was all about.
Yeah.
Everything was shining, and you brought your families down there. So when you went down there, what did you do? You're seeing people that you haven't seen in such a long time. The music that you played, if you can remember the music that you played,
right.
They were all love songs.
Yeah,
it was all about your girlfriend. I mean, you look back and what was on the radio? You got something that...
Cook it up like a tune like this. No? Brings back memories, aren't you?
Isn't it incredible?
Yeah. Richie Valens, huh? Wow.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
And and where would you go before you come downtown? You'd be at all of the beaches. And what were all of the beaches?
Yeah, girls. To be in cars, old cars. And
parking.
Yeah, at night, yeah.
They're all parking areas. I mean, if you went to a drive-in auto theater, you never seen anybody in a car unless it was a family.
Right.
But then when the break came, you
didn't
saw
see
everybody
the movie
getting
either.
hot dogs. What was the movie about? I don't know.
Might make something up the next day because when you get back to school. Most of us were in high school back then, so, this is real stuff for us. Like Joe says, we get so many people. We're DJing, playing music. We're showing off cars that maybe one of the club members just finished. And we unveiled one last year, and people just are waiting for us to pull the cover off. Well, in the meantime, people are nudging you, and they're kids. They were kids like us in high school. Of course, we haven't seen them for 50 years, and they think I'm Bob Bramwell, and I think it's who it is, but you can't. You're not going to say, oh, yeah, geez, I recognize you right away, because you don't.
Bobby.
But they do come to the 50s night. They don't have cars, but a lot of them don't have cars, but they come because they know Joe.
They don't have classic cars, yeah.
They know we're going to be there. We're on a flyer, and they find us.
Give us a call, folks, here, 9960500.
And the incredible part. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 9960500 if you want to talk to Joe and Bobby here.
We used to go to all the Happy Days on TV. It's a little corny, but we did basically all that. We had Yvette's Drive-In, A&W. The Mount Pleasant Drive-In was big because we could race right down the street in the airport.
Now we got pawn shops and variety stores that take EBT cards. What a country, huh? We got a caller here. Caller, very good afternoon to you.
Ralph, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Jim Casey, I just called to see if everything's
Jim
okay.
Casey, I heard about you.
Yeah, well, that damn Joe can get out of hand. That's a good thing Bramwell's there to take care of him.
He's a handful.
Yeah, and you know, I was just trying to think of something good to say about you. Now forget it.
Joe, after all these years, why start now?
How you feeling, Jim?
Good. How's everybody doing? Good?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Great. You know, Ralph, Joe had a bad night last year. He was in the middle of it, and he had a little bit of an attack there, and he had a little time coming back for it. So now what he does is we have all our meetings at St. Luke's Hospital. And that's the truth. We meet at St. Luke's Hospital. I'm sick of taking him to the bloody hospital. You got a special category, Ralph, for old timers this year. It's ambulances from the 1800s.
What?
Got all kinds of ambulances there, and we're going to make sure that that we don't have to worry about rushing them up the street anymore.
Well, yeah. Well, I figured he'd meet you at the hospital because all the nurses there. I mean, it had to be an ulterior motive here. So
you, Bobby, anybody that knows you knows that that's the real truth. You know that. He's been feigning illness for years. And I want you to know something. You guys are talking. He's talking here about talking down the beach and going down the beach and hanging down and parking down the beach. I saw him at Fort Phoenix parking last summer.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, it's the truth. I just wanted to call and say hi to you guys. And Joe's really got a great lineup. It's going to be great. And Bobby always does a great job. And I hope everybody will come down. And all we need is some good weather, and it'll be a great time, as it always is.
Well, that's a great time.
You know what? In all of the years I've had it, in 26 years, I think I've changed the date twice. Because if the streets are wet, I won't have the cars out. Because the good cars won't come out if the streets are wet.
You get away with that because your name is Jesus.
That's it.
I've got a bumper sticker that I've been selling. I saw Jesus on the corner of Church Street.
Well, what did Phil Paleologos do a while ago? I saw Jesus at Market Basket.
Yeah, that's it. Well, remember, I had those pins, man, that we did. We had two pins that Grimes did for us. One said, I saw Jesus at Market Basket, and the other one said, I saw Jesus at Walmart. I'm telling you, it's where he holds his office. Hey, Ralph, you've got to join us this summer.
I'll come down there. I always come to the...
Yeah.
Why don't you see, you and your kids, and get yourself a nice ride. Come on down and join us. We'll have some fun.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mike.
All right, guys. Have a good time.
All right, Jim. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for calling, Jim.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We had another caller. The other caller on the line. Caller's back here. You want to ring us up? 996-0500. 996-0500. Matt, you got a few seconds here. You can play a tune. We can get ready to wrap up here our hour. We got to hear the Beach Boys. This is Joe Jesus' favorite right here.
You got it.
She's real fine, my 409. Yep. She's real fine, my 409, my 409. Well, I saved my pennies and I saved my dimes. Giddy up, 409. For I knew there would be a time. Giddy up, 409. When I would buy a brand new 409. 409. Giddy up, 409. Giddy up, 409.
Okay, we've got a caller here. Oh, we had a caller. I guess caller's back. Caller. I mean, maybe they thought the music was going to continue to play. Joe, we're getting close to the top of the hour. So I see here the Cold Stone Creamery Cruise on 2016 schedule. The last Friday of every month from 5 to 9 p.m. And it starts this May, the end of the month, May 27th. And that's over there in Dartmouth, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bobby's taking care of that. Yeah.
We work closely with Johnny and the downshifters, so when they're down, we swap off Fridays. He's down at the Manapoys at Wharf one Friday and out. We don't cross each other up because, there's only so many cars, even though you think there's a million of them out there.
Right.
There's only so many that come to an event. And we don't like to cross each other up. And when you throw in the various car clubs now,
Okay.
you're going to watch the dates you pick so you don't cross.
Caller, you're on.
Yes, Chaplain. Ralph, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good. What's up, Ralphie?
Have you found a decent motor for that 2013 Kia Soul?
Your Kia Soul?
Yes.
I got to call you on that because it's still at your house, correct?
Yeah, no, I'll make sure it gets to you and gets back.
All right, let me call you. Call me in the second hour. Or I'll call you because I got Ulysses asked that I call you because we got to get that back, get it up to us and we can.
Please, yeah, because this walking stuff at my age is taking a toll. Okay.
Okay, buddy.
If not, I'll call you tomorrow.
Call me Monday.
Okay. God bless.
God bless. Good to hear from you, Ralphie.
I'll tell you.
Very good afternoon, caller. We got another caller here.
Go ahead.
Hi, caller. You with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good.
Joe Jesus?
Joe Jesus there.
Joe, I think you should bring your covered wagon up to the 50s night because that's what you were riding in when you came into this country.
I thought it was a Mustang.
It was.
It was pulled by two Mustangs, right?
Joe, you know what the problem is sometimes? Because I park cars up there. And when the guys come in late, all of a sudden they want to park near their buddy. And when they come in late, they got to go all the way down Union Street.
Yep.
I mean, didn't we open up 2 streets last year? We had so many cars.
North 2nd, South 2nd, and down to Johnny Cake Hill.
There's no way of saying we're going to have a limit of cars, and that's it.
No, see, the tough part, the tough part of the event is parking the cars because we have so many cars. There's just no way I can save a space.
Yeah.
If I save a space for you, I got to save one for Tommy. If I save it for Tommy, I save it for Charlie.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets upset. So I just can't do it.
Yeah, but I mean, limiting the cars, number of cars that go to the show, to go to the 50s nights. Because, boy, we had an awful lot of cars and an awful lot of people.
Oh, we did.
And it was a great time.
Good, I'll be looking for you again.
A good time, man.
Yeah, you know what this is?
Yeah.
Huh?
Who is it?
Do you know?
No, the voice is familiar.
This is R.W. Souza.
R.W. Souza.
Okay. We got we're running out. We got to move on. We got other calls. So thank you for calling.
All right, Jim.
I'll see you down there. Thank you.
Yeah. Very good afternoon to you, caller.
Hey, Ralph.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey.
Larry.
Hey, Larry. We got Joe Jesus here.
Any update on Joey's car?
Joey's car, the heads are at the machine shop.
So they're not cracked, right?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
No, don't know yet, Larry.
So you got a time when you think you're going to work on them?
Well, as soon as it comes back, it goes back together.
Yeah, no. I mean the machine shop.
Well, with luck, we should have them back by Tuesday.
Yeah, so
with no major, so we'd have the car back by Friday.
Yeah, if the heads are good.
If the heads are good, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm more concerned with.
All right.
Yeah, good.
Call me in a second hour. Call me in a second. Okay, call me in a second hour. All right.
Yeah, no, I just figured I'd call in. Hey, this is car stuff, not politics.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Stand by. All right, thanks, Larry.
Well, thank you for helping that young man out.
Okay, very good.
I'll teach him the loyalty.
Okay, very good. We got one more caller. I'll talk to you. Thanks.
All right, bye.
Very good afternoon to you, caller.
Hey, Ralph, how you doing?
Good.
I thought I better call in to Brother Joe there. This Bob Burgess calling.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby Burgess. Hey, Bobby Burgess.
Bob Burgess from Mitsubishi.
Right.
Executive Mitsubishi on Nauset Street.
Listen, I understand Joe is going to bring drag racing back down behind the airport tonight.
Hey, Bill, Bobby, that was so much fun, and we talked about that because the way we got away with it, we would have 2 cars up by the railroad track, and as soon as a cop was coming, we'd flash the lights, everybody would get in line.
Right.
And then on the other side, we had a car on the other side. A cruiser came from the other side, flashed the lights, everybody got in line.
Yeah.
But that's one of the reasons why I formed drag racing, because it was so many cars on a road, not only at the airport, Brock Avenue, 95, you name a spot, and they were drag racing.
Looking at now they're worried about gun battles. Today they're worried about drag racing.
Yeah.
Look at the differences.
Yeah.
Back then it would be squealing tires.
Bobby has been one of our sponsors for
long time.
A long time. Yeah, many years, and I thank him for it.
He had a good guy working for him too, Roger Fulkett.
That's for sure.
And we missed that. We missed that.
Okay, we're running out of time here at the top of the hour. Thanks, Bobby, for calling.
Hello.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah. Thanks.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Good night, sweetheart.
Yep.
It's time to go home. Good night, sweetheart. It's time.
So, Joe, your event's going to take place July 21?
Thursday in July.
July 21. So that'll be the beginning of the second month of summer. Okay, we're out of time. Thanks, guys, for coming in. And catch us on the second hour of All About Cars after the news.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Welcome to the program, All About Cars. My name is Ralph Medeiros. We're in the second hour of All About Cars. We're playing a little tune here to celebrate May Day, tomorrow, May Day. That's the International. All the people in New Bedford would stand up and salute to that. I don't, specifically. I take more of an Americanist view than a communist socialist view. That's my politics, anyway. But anyway, you can ring us up here. Talk about whatever's on your mind, 9960500, 9960500. Just to let you know, we have a great selection of quality used automobiles available. Andrew, my brother David are there today. Good day to talk about cars. If you're looking for a car, or you're starting to look for a car, you're thinking about a car, or someone in your family you know needs a car. After this, the cars, today people are keeping their cars longer and just driving them longer and trying to get every dollar out of them. And they get tired and they get old, and sometimes it's more of an investment to make it right than to just move on and trade it in if it's at that point. And we have a great selection. We specialize in cars priced from $4,000 to $15,000. We do have cars that cost considerably more, and trucks and SUVs. We stock up to 20, and we have them even over that as well. And we bring in quite a few expensive cars for people looking for specific automobiles. We can find the car you're looking for, or a truck or SUV, giving us the time, and we plan it, and we work together, and we can save you several $1,000s at the least from the big boys on the high rent strips. They have to get more for their cars because they just have more overhead. That's the bottom line. They have big operations, new buildings, and expensive buildings, facilities, and a lot of help, and it just has to go into the price. It's just the way it is. It's common sense. So if you're looking for a way to save money, you should talk to us, and we can help you with that. We have a great selection. We've been bringing cars in of all types, actually. We do sell a lot of foreign and domestic as well, a lot of domestic SUVs, Jeeps in particular. But we also sell a lot of Subarus. We do a lot with Subarus. They're good little machines, and we find them easy to work on. Some people don't, but we find them easy to work on, so we've got the architecture down quite well, and we can keep them up in good shape. And for example, I have a 04 Subaru Forester Premium Package, black, priced at under $8,500, less than $8,500. An 07 Outback, it's a little different body style. That also has a 2.5 engine, and it's priced at under $7,000. An 03 Subaru Forester 2.5 XS package, only has 65,000 miles, priced at under $8,500. A nice, clean, old 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Silver, four-wheel drive, 6-cylinder, nice little machine, and it's priced at under $16,000. An 03 Dodge Ram van, contractor's van, 42,000 miles, or 41,000, excuse me. It's priced under $7,000, $69.99. Great little truck if you're starting a business or you need a work van, covered wagon to protect your tools and your equipment. It's the way to go. 07 Jeep Commander. They're getting harder and harder to find. Good ones anyway, without a million miles on them. But these Commanders are, they're being sought after. More and more people looking for them. And it's getting a new cult status. But this is clean. It's silver. Priced at just under $10,000. It's an 07. 6-cylinder, mint condition. When you look at the car, it's very clean. Nice machine. 06 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, black. Priced at under $9,000, a good buy. That's a newer style in the body. 07 Jeep Liberty Limited, another black car, 88,000 miles, priced at under $10,000. 4x4, of course. All these Jeeps are 4x4s. The Jeep Compass, that's sold. Can't talk to you about that one. That's off the list. A nice Chrysler Concorde LXI, Good-sized car, not huge, but a good-sized car, 77,000 miles, priced at under $4,500. It's a steal, clean. If you're looking for a good car, good on gas, and plenty of room, so you can move your mother-in-law or friends, go out to dinner. Plenty of room to stretch out in the back. You're not crumpled in the back there. It's you could sit 3 people in the back with no problem. All right, it's got the room, that's for sure. And it's a nice ride, and for sharp money. It's hard to buy a good car, reliable car that doesn't need all kinds of repairs as soon as you take it off and hit the curb, for certainly under $4,500 when you get right down to it. We're paying $1,500 for trannies. Engines are over $1,000. I mean, when you look at the parts, the prices of car parts, let alone the whole car that runs well. 05 to Toyota Tacoma, extra cab, 6-cylinder automatic 4x4, priced at under $15,000. 05 Dakota. Oh, the Dakota's sold. That little gray Dakota SLT, that's off the sheets here. 07 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, white, very clean, very nice, 6-cylinder, priced at under $9,500. That's a nice ride. Nice solid rig for your wife, for yourself to commute with, good on gas, and a safe vehicle. It's not a tin can. It's got some metal around it, so you feel protected in the vehicle. We have a 09 Jeep Patriot, similar to the Compass, except the Patriot body is like the Commander body, only smaller, much smaller, like if they put it in a dryer and shrunk it down. That's 70,000 miles, priced at under 10. Good buy for someone looking for a nice little Jeep all-wheel drive for sharp money and low mileage. 09 Sentra, little Nissan Sentra, 2-liter, 54,000 miles, priced at under 8. Great car for a young person or getting out of college or high school, needs a vehicle to go to work or go to college. A nice little machine, good on gas, certainly a good buy. 08 Chrysler Touring Town and Country, touring package, Town and Country, van, 7-passenger, and only has 84,000 miles, priced at under 10. Vans are hard to find, clean and low mileage, I can tell you that right now. They're quite expensive, but that's a good buy. And a Nissan Versa, silver, 1.6 engine, very, very good on gas, priced at under $5,500. And we have a Kia Soul, black, 46,000 miles, priced at $10,500, and another Kia Soul, silver, priced at about the same, just under $10,500 on that, and that has 37,000 miles. And we have some other rigs, the PT Cruiser, that's sold, we're getting that ready for a customer. I think the Honda Element sold, can't talk to you about that. The 03 Toyota Camry XLE, 45,000 miles, priced at under $8,000. And we have some newer stuff too, like a Jeep Grand Cherokee 2011 Overland. It's a ruby red, absolutely beautiful vehicle, priced at $21,000, just under $21,000. But this is a 2011 Overland, which is a top of the line. It's a limited with an Overland package, so it's the top of the line of a limited. Very few of those out there because they're quite expensive new, over $50,000 new. So not many people are in a position to write a check for a new one, so there's less of them used. But it is a very nice vehicle. As soon as you step into it, you become aware of that. It's very, very well tailored inside and has it's fully loaded. But that's a nice ride. If you're looking for a nice Jeep, that's a nice lady. And we have some other more Subarus. 07 LL Bean has the 3-liter engine in it, so it's a nice Subaru. I like the 6-cylinder in it. It's really a nice high-tech engine. 61,000 miles, priced under $12,500. A very good buy for someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money and have a nice ride, all-wheel drive, and good on gas and power too. You can if you're a commuter, it's a nice ride. It really is. If you haven't driven one, you owe it to yourself. That extra 500 cc's makes a big difference. An 08 Subaru Outback, black. This is a 2.5, which is a standard engine, and is priced under $8,000. Another 06 Grand Cherokee, black, also Overland. This is an Overland too, 62,000 miles. Very hard vehicle to find. Fully bombed out, loaded, priced at under $15,000. And we have some others too we can get into. 07 Camrys, 2000. Just had a new arrival too. a 2011 Mazda Miata, which is called the MX-5, and that has 12,000 miles. It's priced just under $19,000, and it's a ragtop. The Mazda Miata is probably one of the finest sports cars in its class, and it's certainly worth a look if you're looking for a nice two-seater sports car ragtop, and it's a touring package. Absolutely mint. It's in the showroom, 12,000 miles, priced at under $19,000, a very good value indeed. And we also have a 2000 Cherokee Sport. That's a rare vehicle, hard to find as well, and the mileage is under 100 and it's priced under 10 grand. Those are some of the cars we're stocking right now. We have others coming in, and you can give us a call here, whatever's bugging you, whatever's on your mind, at 9960-500, 9960-500. All things happening in the news, all kinds of things. I mean, you just can't let it get to you. It's hard to keep up to it. The world keeps turning. People are getting nuts. I was, hearing the news earlier this morning about what's happening in Baghdad, in the green zone, and that's where pretty much a lot of the Americans are, in that protected green zone area. If you ever look at Google Maps, you can see what the green zone looks like, looking down. And people are protesting there about, the benefits and the protection that people have in the green zone, which are mostly foreigners. And that Masada al-Sada, who's a cleric there, young guy. I'm surprised no one's blown his brains out yet, but we certainly had the opportunity, but we never took advantage of it. And he's a Shia, and he's actually had a lot of Americans killed over the years. He's a pretty powerful guy there, and he's kept power. And I don't know how he survived this long, frankly, if you follow the incidents over there. But I think he's been a thorn in our side, and why we let him continue to be is beyond my understanding. But Fiat is coming out with a 124 Spider. And it's an interesting little article here. I'll read about it since we were just talking about the Mazda Miata. By the way, too, if you've... excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. If you have a car that you can't drive any longer, you've inherited a car, we can help sell that car for you. And you don't have to deal with the riffraff coming to your door, putting an ad in the paper. Well, the papers aren't really pulling like they used to. We spend a lot of money on the Internet, and we do a lot of business on the Internet. So we would sell your car for you and advertise it for you. And as I mentioned, we spend quite a bit of dough on different online sites, depending on the kind of car, and we get a lot of traffic on that, and we can end up selling it usually much faster than you can, and we usually get a fairer price than you will, okay, because we know the market, we know the marketplace, and we don't sell... I mean, if you have a car that's junk is junk, and we don't sell junk, so if your car is really shot to hell, then we'll help you dispose of it. We don't want to sell problems to someone else and have to deal with the problem. But we do sell, if you have a nice car, decent car, I mean, it may need a few things. It may have to be fixed up here, cleaned up there, no problem. We can do that. If it needs brakes, tires, whatever, the routine stuff, no big deal. And we can get you a fair dollar, and you don't have to deal with the riffraff coming to your door and calling you all hours of the night, and the paperwork and the titles and the bill of sales and all this stuff, and worry about people, just showing up and asking you questions, and then, trying to beat you up on a price and things like that. So we do all that. We handle all that work for you. We've done it for many, many people, many folks, and made it very, very painless and less painful. And also the people buying the cars, they get everything's disclosed. There's no misunderstandings. We try to deal with everything right up front, so that people buy your car fully understand what's going on, and there's no misinformation. So everybody's on the same page. That's what we strive for. And people have been very happy. The purchasers have been very happy. They've gotten a good deal. The seller's gotten a good deal. And we get a good deal. So we stay busy. So that's the name of the game in today's world. So if you're in that situation, you've inherited a car, or someone can't drive because of illness or death or what have you, we can help turn that car to cash for you. And don't let it sit. And I've talked to so many people, and they think about it, and the car sits for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I've had even longer. And then they think the car's worth all this money. And the longer you let the car sit, the brakes go to hell, the rotors get rusty, the brake lines rot out, more problems. So when the mice get in there, they start chewing on the wires, you name it, it happens. So if you're in that situation, don't let the car sit for months or years. And I've seen years. I've dealt with people who've had cars sit for many years, and then they expect the car to be worth some money that's just unnatural. It's not going to happen. So it's wise to move on it as soon as you can, especially like now, the spring market. Then wait till the winter market, the fall, unless you're selling a plow truck. That's a different ballgame. But the sooner you act on it, the better, because it does take time to get these cars ready, depending on the condition. Some cars, no problem. Other cars take a lot longer to get them right. Weeks to months, actually. And so talk to myself or talk to Andrew, the dealership. We can help you with these questions you may have. And as I mentioned to you, we generally get a much better price than you're going to get because we know the marketplace, and we sell it. We post your car. It's goes around the world, actually. Anybody from anywhere can look it up, and we do get calls from everywhere on cars, our cars and people's cars we represent. So consider us in that situation. We can help you. Okay, back to the Spider. And you can call us here just with a footnote here at 9960-500. Back to the Spider. The Fiat 124 Spider. Fiat's reintroducing the Spider. For you guys and gals out there, remember the Fiat Spider? It was a little sports car they built. The price for the entry-level Classica model, which is powered by a turbocharged multi-air 1.4-liter engine with 160 horsepower and 184 foot-pound of torque. Well, it's certainly putting out a lot of horse for a 1.4-liter engine, okay? Of course, it's on steroids. It's on a turbo. Turbochargers, just for those of you who may not know, turbochargers work. What happens is think of two fan blades. Well, one of the fan blades is in the exhaust pipe right after the exhaust manifold, and the exhaust gases rush by it and spin this blade, one of the fan blades, and it spins fast as hell because all the hot exhaust gas is running by it. And on the other end is another fan blade, and that forces air into the intake. Okay, so it's a boost. So it's kind of like it forces air into your lungs. Well, it's forcing air into the pistons, okay, into the lungs of the engine. So it's easier for the engine to breathe. So it generates more power because it stuffs more air in there. Kind of like when you scuba dive and you get a regulator in your mouth. And the deeper you go, it kind of regulates the air. It doesn't make it as hard for you to breathe, okay? Similar. Not the greatest analogy, but it's an idea. Now, this model they're coming out with the small engine, a four-cylinder 1.4-liter, 160 horse, it starts at $27,500. And I'm sure that's probably FOB, freight on board, so you got to add freight in there. It's probably another $1,000 to get it to the dealer, and not to mention any add-ons that you may or they may put on it. And they have a performance model, the Arbath. That's a 165 horse engine, and it's a little bit bigger engine, and it's 184. See, the other one's a little bit bigger engine, $28,000. I guess it's a higher package. Our mission at Fiat is to deliver Italian design and heritage in vehicles that are fun to drive, said Oliver Francosis, head of global Fiat brand, in a statement. The all-new 2017 Fiat Spider brings these elements together and comes loaded with open-air fun and stunning Italian design and a proven turbocharger, multi-air 1.4-liter engine. The engine is Italian-built. The prices are for a 6-speed manual transmission and do not include destination. Okay, I said that earlier, or taxes or fees. And you can add another $1,350 for a 6-speed automatic transmission for all their models. So if you wanted an automatic, it says to celebrate the return of the 124 after nearly 50 years hiatus, the first 124 vehicles will be offered in a limited edition Prima Edizione Lusso color. I guess that's the package, right? Will each be individually numbered with a commemorative badge and available in a Azzurro Italia blue. Exterior paint with premium leather seats in saddle. Sounds like going to be a nice looking machine. The 124 Spider Primer Edzone Lusso will have a U.S. suggested retail price of $35,000 plus $995 destination. What I tell you, $1,000. So $36,000. You can own one. What I was really surprised in reading about these cars, that's based, the chassis on it is a Mazda MX-5 Miata. Okay, so it shares the underpinnings of the Mazda Miata. Okay, it's actually built. It's built in the same plant in Hiroshima, Japan. Now the Italians do use an Italian engine in it, and the Italian lights and some body changes. But the DNA is strong Mazda as far as the running gear. Now the powertrain, the hot beat, is Italian, and I guess the transmission, the 6-speed, is probably Japanese if I had to bet on it, and the tranny very well as well. I would imagine. I could be wrong on that. I haven't read into all the specific specs on it. So that's it's based on, well, the Miata is a very reliable and successful automobile. I sold Mazdas for years, and they do build a quality car. I can attest to that. And the Mazda Miata has always been a car that held its value very well. And I'm sure these Fiat Spiders will do just as well in holding their value, because the dealers will know that the car underpinnings are built by Mazda in Hiroshima, and they have proven their reliability. As far as the Italian engine, time will tell, I guess, right, on that one. But that smaller engine does put out more power than the Mazda 2-liter engine. Of course, it's turbo, too, so it's on steroids. So I guess you could say with a turbo, a young guy in particular could probably burn it out sooner because he overworks it. Because it's like being on speed, having a turbo in there. You're really heating things up, so to speak. So keep an eye out for that. I don't know if we'll see any around here. Maybe in the summertime you might see some floating around. Go ahead into the Cape. But I found that interesting. They're trying to build the brand up. And usually manufacturers, when they come into the country with a new brand, always come out with a sporty car to give the line some pizzazz. And the classic case is that I've been through that more than once. Mazda did it in '76 when they came out with the RX-7. I think it's a '77 model, but the RX-7 did to Mazda what the Z car did to Nissan or Datsun back then. But and the Z came out. Nissans took off when the 280Z came out in what, 70? And they had the old Datsun. They used to call it the Datsun 2000 and the Datsun 1900, which looked like a British car. Looked like they copied a British car back in the late 60s. Then they came out with the Z car, and that was a Japanese design car, and that put them on the map for sure. So that's why the manufacturers come out with sports cars, because it creates buzz, creates awareness, especially with the younger crowd, because they don't mind signing their lives away for 6 or 7 years to pay for it. Only joking. Okay. Well, we've talked about this before, too. Taxis may lead autonomous car wave in 5 years. The biggest barrier to adopting self-driving cars will be the legal issues, not the technology itself, according to the Delphi automotive executive. Jeff Owens, Chief Technology Officer for Executive Vice President in the United Kingdom, is a supplier and expects the cars controlled totally by computer technology on city streets within 5 years. But for the general public, it could be 10 years away for you and me, so to speak. And I've said this before, the autonomous vehicles will be probably be taxis, and they're going to go after the taxis, automated taxis, and automated pizza delivery, and automated prescriptions will come to your house, and these robotic cars will show up, and they'll have cameras on it, and you'll have to personally identify yourself. If it doesn't match your profile, it doesn't open a little chute to let your pizza out or your drugs out, or let you in if it's going to take you someplace. This is the future, okay, and it's coming at us fast. The autonomous vehicles will probably be taxis, Owen said in a telephone interview from, let's see, in 5 to 8 years. That's what they're estimating. And to significantly change national traffic regulation, they're looking to change a lot of these laws because of, well, there's a lot of regulations and laws have to be updated to accept these new type of vehicles on the road and license them, because they don't have a driver that's driving them, right? So you license the vehicle, I guess, to navigate the public roads. So this is probably take a few years to get that in, to say the least, right?
That's a good question. If one of these does get in an accident and you own one, who?
Well, we have to.
Who is it? The company that
right? It would be
provides the operating system for the car that gets sued, or is it?
Well, it'd be the owner of the vehicle that gets the owner of the registered owner of that vehicle. And then, of course, the vehicle itself will have all kinds of cameras and sensors, so it can recite everything that happened.
Right.
So if it's wrong, it'll show on the video, because you might say, well, hey, that robotic taxi went through the light. Taxi's going to say, no, it didn't. Here's the video of what took place.
There's going to be a black box in it.
It'll be total recall. Think of it that way. And, you know, so we're coming into a whole new... The lawyers ought to love this. This will keep them busy, I guess, huh?
Right.
I represent autonomous cars. My robot car was not wrong. It's never wrong.
I'm representing hell.
Yeah, that's right. I read the lips of the other driver, and you can see his lips. He was swearing at me, because it would record. It'd be like the HAL 3000, right? Or the HAL 2000. Was it 2000?
I think it was 9000.
Was it now 9000? The HAL 9000.
I don't know. It was a terrible movie.
Was it?
Visually, it was good, but
when he was trying to turn him off, remember?
Right.
Yeah, that was the end of the movie. Well, that's the future. So it's, you know, it says here, Owens doesn't think let's see, it says here, for example, a vehicle being blocked by a cyclist in front and a double line in the middle prohibiting passing would require a value adjustment to break the law. Owens doesn't think the problem is insurmountable and could be solved with powerful algorithms, which would be able to peer ahead to make sure the coast is clear. See, they have to kind of program all these what-ifs, where the human mind can deal with it instantly if it's capable too. I mean, humans also fall short. The people, you know, we all have different levels of expertise, and obviously when you drive the public roads, you become aware real quickly that a lot of people don't have full command of all the expertise necessary to drive a car efficiently when you drive around. And I guess these cars here, these computers in the future could be pretty smart. I mean, computers have come a long way in my lifetime. I'm always amazed when I see this new technology now. And I'm sure this is like the beginning. I mean, when they came out, think of it this way. I don't know, let's say 10 years ago. That far enough back, Matt? I mean, like drones. Now a drone can be flying in the sky, and as soon as it sees me walk out of this building, it could take me out if they wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? So it just hangs up there in the sky and says he's outside the building, and somebody down in, well, they're down usually in the panhandle of Florida where they control these at the Navy base there and Air Force Base, and they can take anybody out anywhere in the world. And, you know, and these drones have been pretty much perfected. Or they're continually re-perfecting them. Now they're doing it with these torpedoes. They can sail a torpedo out of Newport, and this torpedo will take off and, you know, keep traveling until it gets over to the Pacific Ocean and find a vessel coming out of wherever and recognize that vessel and take it out. I mean, the technologies are changing so radical. Radical. And it's going to affect the way we live our lives, to say the least. What concerns me most is the loss of personal freedoms, that we maintain our rights, and that Big Brother doesn't have, total access and control to our lives. And right now, for all practical purposes, in the real sense, they pretty much do. I mean, if you go to Google and you lose, for you guys out there, gals who are computer literate, you go to Google, you use the Google Docs. They have your docs, your letters, memos. You use your browser. They know where you go, what you read.
That's one thing people don't realize.
You go to YouTube. They know all the videos you watch. You go to different sites. They have a whole dossier on you, or certainly your address on your computer.
Oh, yeah.
And assumes that you're behind it for the most part. or wherever you hail out of. I mean, and it doesn't matter, because when you go into your Google account and you log in, it could be in any. I can go to your house and use your computer and log in, and boom, I'm on, and it knows where I'm at. And,
right.
And it says, oh, he's at a different IP, but he's in his file. So they have all this data on you today, and they just have a profile on you now that never in the history of the world was that possible. And cars, kind of like another link to this. And so this is the future, and we have to be very careful as how we handle the future. They're already talking about bringing taxis in. I feel sorry for Brian, the cab guy. Could lose his job with these autonomous taxis. Imagine, say, this is a holdup. I'm going to steal the cab, steal the money out of the cab. Some dummy doesn't realize this autonomous cab locks the doors and takes you to the police department, and it'll be like hell on wheels. It'll be like Christine. You couldn't get out of the car. Hey, that's an interesting thought, huh? Actually, there's another more of a tech issue here coming up. Chrysler, Fiat Chrysler Google make deal. Let me rephrase that. Fiat Chrysler Google deal makes sense. Okay, partnership between Fiat Chrysler Automobiles and Google could give both parties needed resources to accelerate the development and production of next-generation car technologies and autonomous vehicles. Here we go, according to industry experts. So Chrysler, I mean, having Google as your partner, to say the least, because you're probably the deepest, one of the deepest pockets on Earth as far as resources and capital goes. I mean, it's like duh, between them and Apple. I think Apple's the richest company in the world, and Google's not far behind. Fiat Chrysler has been slower than most automakers, including its crosstown rivals General Motors and Ford, in investing and in supporting the development of autonomous vehicles. Google reported to be in talks with Fiat Chrysler. Doesn't have the experience or the infrastructure to mass-produce vehicles. Because see, Google doesn't make vehicles. It has the production to make them, but Chrysler would give them that as expertise, and they have the software and the ideas, so they blend together. As it continues to refine and test itself, driving cars that they have driven at about 1.5 million miles in autonomous mode. So what Google's saying is their vehicles that they've had built, these specialized vehicles with all these computers on board, they've driven 1.5 million miles already in the autonomous mode. And they've had a few accidents, but this is how they learn, and they make improvements. And the sensors and the way these vehicles are guided. So it's a lot of changes coming. I see the future where if your car doesn't have a way to switch to autonomous mode, let's say that you're going to commute to Boston, well, the traffic will be so congested, they'll say, listen, if your car doesn't have a autonomous mode, you cannot drive in on the major freeway. You have to use secondary roads or third-grade roads to come in because you're manually driven. Whereas cars that are autonomous will be spaced exactly 10 feet apart. They all come in at 45 miles an hour, and they're all controlled by a major transit control station. Okay, and they'll know the VIN number of the car, the owner of the car, that you came into town at a certain time, that you left at a certain time. See, all this will be part of your metadata that follows you. So you say, where were you last night? Oh, I was out in Springfield. No, you weren't. Your car was in Boston. But I wasn't driving it. Yes, you were. We have pictures of you driving it. See, there'll be no... People think, a lot of dummies out there. But this is the future, okay? This is the brave new world. This is 1984, okay? This is coming at us at high speed, okay? It really is. So you can see this. It's Fiat's... so reading this article here going on to... it's Fiat Chrysler's current position that makes them one more willing partner with someone like Google. See, where Fiat Chrysler lacks the expertise of all these new technologies coming in and haven't invested as much in it as GM and Ford has, and BMW and Mercedes has in particular, they need to tie up with someone, and Google's more than happy to have someone with the expertise of building cars that gives Google the production side, okay? And they have the technological side, so you can see this is kind of like, kind of like peanut butter and chocolate, they're kind of going together here. in the business sense, okay? So it goes, this is the future here, talking about this partnership that could take place, certainly for resources. So you can see the trends here. We got a caller. Very good afternoon to you, caller.
How you doing, Ralph?
I'm doing better than I deserve, my friend.
Hey, this is Joe from Wareham.
Hi, Joe.
I picked up the radio on Tuesday.
Hey, Joe. How you doing with that radio?
Not bad for an old guy.
Yeah, good. My Sicilian friend in Wareham.
The only night I had a chance to use it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because the Yankees been on TV every night since.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it came in fine.
Does it perform to your expectations?
Yeah, actually, Tuesday was still overcast, and it came in pretty clear.
So you're down in Wareham now. I know you you went to New York stations, right, to get the game?
Right. I'm listening. Actually, I think the fan, they actually broadcast out of Jersey.
Oh, okay.
But it's a Yankee.
What are you like on 770?
660 it was.
Oh, 660. Okay, I'm sorry. That's right. Yeah, I'm thinking of ABC New York.
Yeah.
So you just for the audience, you bought the shortwave, the digitalized tabletop AM/FM shortwave radio.
Right.
Yeah.
And all I was looking for was the AM feed.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
Yeah.
But I had a laugh. I looked at the printout you made for that outside antenna.
Yeah.
I might as well build a carport, Ralph, and run it out there. I'd have to get a mortgage and have the town inspectors up there to run that.
Nah, I can put it together for you.
Well, no. What I did was I just attached the copper wire I had.
There you go.
Ran it out the window.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
And actually, it came in good without doing that.
Good. You can, and sometimes you have to turn the radio to north.
But that's any AM connection.
What you got to try is this evening. Try the shortwave. Go to around 6,000 megahertz, the 41 meter band, and at night that lights up with. You get. You can listen to Radio Havana, Cuba.
Oh yeah.
English service.
That's just what I need.
1,800 hours. Yeah, you can hear him talk about Obama now that he left.
Yeah.
And
well, I can listen to you guys talk about Obama all day.
There you go. Well, I usually take a measure of the Obama index. You know what that is? The Obama index is the new index. We base it on how much begging you see going on out there, or panhandling. So since he's been in power, I see more of it going on. So that's the index. It's not a good barometer.
They all go in promising things they know they can't deliver.
Yeah, well,
these lemmings out there, they all buy into it.
Yeah, well, Joseph, we're running out of other people's money. That's the problem.
But they were all like that. Go back to, Eisenhower swore we had no spy planes over Russia. Ask Gary Powers about that. LBJ said, I'm not going to send American troop boys to fight the Asian war.
Yeah,
send 500,000.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that very clearly, huh?
Like I said, we talked there. I said, I had my physical Valentine's Day. I was gone by March 28th.
I know, they took you out.
Yeah, and I got lucky. I didn't see any action. I told you I sat it out in Germany.
Yeah,
but still,
Yeah. But
they're all. I want to vote for the guy. See, I belong to the common sense party.
There you go.
I don't care if if it makes sense, and you're not giving away the store. Bernie wants to get over. Actually, we should vote Bernie in. We'll have everything for free.
That's it. Yeah. It could be good for a few years.
That would be worth 2 cents, but
yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're heading down that road. Well, did you figure out how to program the clock?
Oh yeah, I did the clock.
You? Good.
The only trouble I had, the timer A and B with the alarm.
Yep.
Well, I'm in bed 1:30 in the morning. I jump up, the radio's on. What the? So
that's like Christine the car.
I shut it off. Then I went back to the book and I figured out how to get the alarm.
Woke you right up, huh?
Oh, Jesus. I don't sleep good as it is. I was ready to buy it. I grabbed the cue stick. I figured I might have to, do a little dance.
You're probably swearing at me. That son of a gun. Well, you got two clocks on that. You got the regular time, your East Coast time. You can set it to the GMT time, where all time begins.
World and local.
That's right. You can set it to the world clock, which all time starts at Greenwich Meridian, or as the French like to say, UTC.
Yeah.
And then you can program it that way. It's military time actually, and.
I had 2 years of military time. I don't need any more. That's why I told you. I went into private and came out of private.
Yeah.
They didn't even send the re-up sergeant to talk to me. They had their fill.
They said, "Hey, Joe, here's the door."
If they only knew our crew, I think we'd all still be in Leavenworth. I tell people, those 3 words everybody likes to hear. Well, in my neighborhood, it was statute of limitations.
There you go, yeah.
Not I love you. It was statute of limitations. We're good. All right, Ralph. And, hey, I wanted to tell you, next time you're on a mindless road trip, give me a call.
All right.
I'll go anywhere.
All right.
What? I'm a Yankee fan. I ended up in Massachusetts.
There you go. You got to talk to my service manager, Ulysses. He's a diehard Yankee fan, too. Yeah, he's goes down to the games.
Yeah. Well, like I told you, I go in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he still has tickets. I think he had season tickets.
Oh, did he? No kidding.
Yeah, he had season tickets to Yankee. Then he did some Met games, too.
Yeah, I do. I used to go to Shea.
Yeah. So he's a
Sounds like my new best friend.
Yeah, Ulysses. Well, he comes out of the Bronx, so.
yeah, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he's from the Bronx originally, so.
Hey, one time we had to get rid of ask Ulysses about Alphabet City. We had to get rid of a car for one of the boys. They said park it in Alphabet City.
Yeah.
So we drove down there, 2 cars. We left the other one. We figured by, in an hour, just be left would be the frame. and this was in the early 70s, late 60s. And about 3 hours later, this guy, he was a bookmaker, he gets a call. Oh, Mr. Bachagaloop, we just found your car. They found the car before they got to it.
Oh, gee.
So I said to the guy that I went with to drop the car off, I said, I'm not giving the money back that he paid us. But yeah, I'm warming up to Ulysses already.
All right, give him a call.
All right, Ralph,
all right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, ciao.
Bye-bye, ciao. Okay, got a minute or two. You can give us a call here. There was a call on the line. You can call us back at 996-0500. You can talk about whatever's on your mind. Let's see. There was an article here I was reading on Judicial Watch. It's a good site to go to for those of you who just like to stay informed about some of the legal aspects that are taking place within our government. Obama's State Department hid key Clinton Benghazi email from the Judicial Watch. Judicial Watch had filed a Freedom of Information Act here. The new Benghazi documents revealed September 11th, 2012, Hillary Clinton call sheet describes Benghazi assault as an attack by armed extremists. Cartels help. There's another article here. Cartels help terrorists in Mexico to get U.S. to explore targets. ISIS militant. Well, anyway, going back to this is the front page of reading their articles, and you can go to the judicialwatch.org. I think it could be .com. Doesn't matter. Just Google Judicial Watch, and you'll get there. Let's see. Obama's State Department hid key Clinton Benghazi email from Judicial Watch. It's taken several years of persistent legal pressure from Judicial Watch, even to expose Hillary Clinton's email scandal. This week, for example, reported that we could have known about her email games 2 years ago had the State Department not covered a key email responsive to the Judicial Watch Freedom of Information Act request. Are you surprised about that? It's so corrupt, it's incredible. Very good afternoon to you, caller.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. You were talking about the driving. I was considering elderly people that are in their early 80s and stuff, they're taking their licenses away. Mm-hmm. Will there be any kind of law about that if they get a vehicle that can drive them without their touching a thing?
No, that would be perfectly legal.
That would be illegal.
Yep, that would be legal. In other words, that'll be an alternative for someone who's blind or physically can't drive. Yes, that'll offer opportunities. There'll be some good from all this for sure.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of people want to still drive and they can't.
Right.
So that would be a good thing. Then you think that they might have to?
Well, I think what it'll be almost like a timeshare. In other words, you'd call. I need a car for a certain day at a certain time to go to the doctor, go to the pharmacy, get groceries, and you'd have that car show up in front of your house, and you'd walk up to it, and it'd recognize you either through a PIN number, a credit card, or your facial recognition software, allow you in and take you to where you want to go and bring you back, and then it goes on to another commitment, and on we go. So
I never heard anything like that. I was wondering if they had thought about that part of it.
Oh yeah, that's being discussed right now in ways that they can profit by. Absolutely, there's a
lot of good things you can do with that.
A lot of good things,
okay,
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the question. Yeah.
Bye.
Well, folks, don't forget I have a great line of radios. I had two folks come in. Charlie picked one up today, but the tabletop radio with the top push buttons on the top to preset your radio. It's top-of-the-line Crane radio, and then Joseph bought the shortwave version, which is a nice radio. He wants to get his New York stations, and I guess, from the phone call, he's able to do that, and that's good. They are good quality radios in today's world at a reasonable price. A dollar doesn't buy what it used to buy, and these radios are very reasonable. They're unfortunately all built in China, but there's not much alternative to that. If the Japanese were building them, they'd probably be double, and if they were made in America, they'd be triple what the prices are. Okay, and that's the realities of the marketplace, unfortunately. But we do offer those radios. Plus, we service all makes and models of cars. So if you have a problem with a car, look us up at Church Street, 867 Church Street in North New Bedford. Thank you for listening this week. God bless. Be safe. Catch you next week.